Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
A meeting was called to order at the Board of County Commissioners yesterday. Attending was representatives from the Nye County Sheriff's Office, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Code Compliance. An attorney representing Nye County, Marla Zlotek, also attended. The meeting was called to order by Town Manager Tim Sutton, according to Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley. Worley told News 46 that a property owner who owns 160 acres behind the Pahrump Nugget filled out paperwork with the Office of Code Compliance trespassing all homeless persons from the property. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says that Nye County Code Compliance contacted the property owner to bring the property into compliance. That individual came to town and a meeting was held. The land, which runs from Basin Avenue to Crawford Way and from Powerline Road to Panorama, has been a makeshift homeless camp for a number of years. There's approximately 40 individuals that live in various trailers and RVs. Sheriff Sharon Worley said that the property owner decided not to give extra time, which was an option for him to remove the individuals from the corporate-owned land. The dispute seemed to boil down to whether the homeless had squatters' rights or, in fact, if they were trespassing. The district attorney's office decided that, in fact, they were trespassing. The individuals on the property had till 8 p.m. last night to move off the land or be arrested. Volunteers from Covenant Lighthouse Church helped move some of the trailers to a different location, which is off of Basin Avenue and Higley Road. This property, we're told, is owned by a different private landowner. We spoke to Nancy Brown from the Covenant Lighthouse Church last night.
We got a phone call when we were in a meeting saying that our residents up here on the mountain had 15 minutes to move, and if they were still up here at 8 o'clock tonight, that the police were going to arrest them. So we immediately left the meeting and came up and talked to Sheriff Worley about it. We talked to Donna Cox about it and to see if there was something we could do to postpone what's happening. I understand that some of his concerns were that if somebody got hurt while they were still up here before they could move, that he would be liable for their injuries or things like that. And I understand that concern, but what these people are going through that have lived up here for 5 and 6 years, not bothered anybody, are going through mentally right now. This is really hard for them because a lot of our homeless do have mental issues, and this is putting a lot of strain on them that is not necessary. As many years as I've been coming up here to minister to the homeless, there's never been a no trespassing sign posted or anything like that that would tell you that you can't be up here. And so that's one of the things that I felt was really unjust, because there's never been a sign up here saying they couldn't be here. For too long, our town has said, you can't be here, you can't be there. And, they came up here, they weren't bothering anybody up here. And it's time that we address the issue of the homeless in our town and stop sweeping the problem under the counter and saying, well, we don't want them here, so therefore we're not going to talk about it. And set aside some land someplace where we can establish a tiny home community or something that would help afford them some housing that they could afford, a safe place, and it would not be a problem to anyone any longer. They can contact me on my phone, 775-513-5761. This is my personal cell phone number.
News 46 also spoke to Monica last night, who is considered homeless, about her thoughts on the situation.
I was very afraid. I didn't know where to go. If it wasn't for John and Nancy at the church, there would be no place for us to go. I've been down here 3.5 years, and people told me to come back here for the homeless camp, and I kept it very clean. I paid $30 a month to have my garbage hauled. I set up a real home for myself, and and all of a sudden they said we had to move in 15 minutes, but then they gave Nancy and John till 8 o'clock to get us out of there, and I've got 3 campers. I'm a disabled nurse. I'm retired. And I had a 3-bedroom trailer that I owned in Jerome, Idaho, but I got sick. I ended up in the hospital and got behind on my lot space, and I had to move. I couldn't catch up with it. So I got this camper, put my babies in here and my son. When we got here, I was stranded because I couldn't get any place else. And we've been living quietly and peacefully down there pretty much most of the time. I love it here. we spent 3 weeks in Las Vegas and everything. I liked it there too, but here I've met a lot of wonderful people. A lot of wonderful people. Sheriff Worley and Donna and Nancy and John and so many around, and believe it or not, there's a lot of people that do need help, and I send them right down there by Nancy and her church.
There was a free legal clinic at the Nye County Courthouse today on Basin Avenue for the residents to receive advice on their legal rights. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.